Hello everyone and welcome to my yearly Tankfest video. If you feel my voice sounds weird, that is definitely the case. I've been sick and it's still not really recovered, so no worries about that. I'll be fine. But yeah, this year I've been to Tankfest again, and as per usual, it's been an absolute blast. Quite literally as well, because they have tanks driving around and shooting, well, of course, blank shells and, well, blank fodder. I have no idea what you call that actually, but yeah, they drive around the arena and it's so cool. And then you see them in a museum and you can see them up close and personal and look at all the information about it. You can see the fat butt of the pattern and everything, and you see tanks that you know and you know from the game, and in real life it's just really different because it's so much bigger than you'd ever imagined. And some of the tanks are just like tiny, tiny, and you're like, how did people ever drive in that? And it's just, it's so cool. And but it's not just that. I mean, you have the Blitz logo. Wargaming is well represented in the museum. They've got permanent stands. This is the Blitz stands where you see Scanner Slow playing with his biggest fan. You have full iPads and everything that you can play there. And it's just so much fun. And for me, it's not necessarily tanks. This was my sixth tank fest, and honestly, I've seen the museum, I've seen the tanks. It's still very cool, and I've got some footage at the end, well, nearer the end of the video, where you can basically just see Leos driving around, and it's so freaking awesome. I absolutely love that. And when you stand there and you watch them drive around, you can really feel it, like in your whole body. It just vibrates with the, well, with the engine noise and everything, and it's just wicked, so wicked. But the thing that always makes Tankfest for me is actually it's the people. This is the place basically to meet the players that you've been playing with for years, that you've met in battle tons of times, and it's so much fun because we walk around and we look at the museum together, and it's kind of like, even though you've seen it, because you're walking with people that haven't, that just makes it worthwhile because you see their reactions and everything. And then you go to the Blitz stand and there's like this little sitting area, and we were actually sitting on the other side of the path there just to not get in people's way. And we would play Blitz there. So you're literally just sitting next to people that you've played with for years, that you might not have even met before, in real life that is. And you're playing games and you're playing Blitz with them right then and there. And with that whole setting of tanks around you and everything, it's just so cool. So basically what I'm trying to say, if you've never been, definitely go next year or another year, but basically come check it out because it is so cool. And I'm not trying to make this like an advertisement kind of video, but in a way it kind of is, because I would love to meet you all. And I would love it if you were there and I can give you stroopwafels, which are special Dutch cookies that I always bring. Basically hand them out, and it's so much fun because weeks after Tankfest I will still get messages in the game like, thank you so much for the stroopwafels. And I'm like, oh my god, yay. And it's always stuff like that. It just makes it so much fun. And like I said, it's the people. The tanks are really cool. You can learn really cool stuff about tanks like this. And the reason I say tanks like this is because last year we had a huge chat with the guys that actually repaired this tank and bought it and everything. And you learn about how the tank tries to decapitate you. That's why the gun is stuck like that, so that it can't actually do that. And it's little things like that that just makes it so much more real. And the fact that you can actually talk to the crews that drive these tanks through the arena throughout the Tankfest days is just really, really awesome. So yeah, it's, if you're a tank fanatic, but even if you're just a Blitz fanatic or a PC fanatic, doesn't even matter console, you should go here at least once just to have a look around, just to see what it's like in real life, because the game really distorts your perception of the tanks, especially the size. You do not realize how big some of the tanks are, as well as how small some of the tanks are. And you have these stands where you can buy models and lots of other army and tank related things. I actually bought like a huge rubber duck, basically based on the AMX-40, which is of course the duck tank. You have people like this that have like these little miniature tanks that look just the bomb, and they actually drive around with them, and it's so cool. And of course, like I said, just with the museum and everything, you see all the tanks and it's lovely. And like I said though, even though all of it is really, really cool, for me it's more about the community. Because Tankfest is like 3 days. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and at least one day we always have a community dinner. And basically, this was the crew that we had this year. Wargaming actually joined us, so we have Wargaming devs and staff members. You see, of course, the lovely Alexandra and the lovely Toljan at the front there. And you have so many people that you know that you've talked to for years, and just meeting them in real life makes it all the more real. The contact is different after that. So if you ever want to have a place where you meet up with your toon buddies, this is basically the place to do it at. So yeah, that's basically it. I will have some tank footage to show you after you've basically finished watching this photo. And last but not least, on the official live stream that we had there, I was given a bunch of T77s to give away. I'm going to do that through my Discord through a series of mini competitions, so be sure to join that. I will be launching them on Monday. Well, that means tomorrow, July 10th. So keep an eye on that. I hope you guys have fun, and I really hope to see you guys there next Tankfest. Have a good day. Bye bye.
right there.